Okay, Chumash for Thursday, page 36.
Hamishi.
Chamishi, verse 2 of chapter 39. Once I have these Chumashim.
580 now. 580.
588?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. In the Namachenu, in the other book we have here. Okay. Today we're going to talk about how they made the ephod and the breastplate. Vayas es ephod, Bitzalel made the ephod or not, I want to say Bitzalel, the artisan. The artisan who was in charge made the ephod, the riding apron, Zav Techeles V'Argamam Etzal Shonim V'Shesh Masar, with gold thread, turquoise, purple, red, and linen thread that was twined. Gimel, Vayirakos Pache Azav V'Kitzis Psidim. They make thread. They beat out the sheets of gold, and the artisan cut them into threads. To make them into to intertwine them with the wool, the turquoise and the purple wool, and then the shani and the red wool, and the linen, with interwoven designs. Rashi, Vairaku, unusual words. Rashi gives us, it's like the word Laroka Aretz. The God, it's a God who spreads the land over the water. So that's, as Onkelos translates it, that they stretched out the gold by beating it into a thin sheet. They would beat it into the golden sheets in order to distend them into thin sheets. And here it teaches us how they wove gold with other fibers, because they would beat the gold into these thin sheets, then cut them into thin strands, long thin strands, and then that would make these golden threads that can now be mixed with every one of the other five species types of material by the chosh and the ephod, the breastplate and then apron. As it says, they all had gold, meaning there's a lot of gold because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 fibers, linen, and 3 types of wool. Each one individually was so the way it would work was you would take 6 threads of, let's say, 1 color wool of the turquoise and 1 thread of gold, and then you would make a larger thread of twine them together to make them a larger, thicker thread of thread. And so he did with every single type of the wool and the colors. They all had 6, and the gold was the 7th, in with each one. Dalit. They made shoulder straps for it that were attached al shnei ksavos of chubar, that were attached at the 2 ends. Hey, and the belt for the ephod that he would adorn himself with. Imenu was made from 1 piece of the ephod, kimaseu, with the same method. With all those fibers, as God commanded Moshe. Vav, number 6. They made the shoham stones, musabois mishpuzay zav, encased in gold settings, with the names of Israel's sons engraved They made the shom stones encased in gold settings. Engraved with signet type engraving al Shmais Yisrael with the names of Yaakov, Israel's sons, the 12 tribes. Zion. Tzal placed them on the shoulder straps of the ephod. Amnezi Karon Israel as remembrance stones for the children of Israel. As Hashem had commanded Moshe. He made the breastplate with interwoven designs in the same way as the ephod. Zahav, Techeles, Vergamam, Shani, Vishmosar, gold, aquamarine, purple, and scarlet wool, entwined in thread. They made the breastplate doubled over to form a square. It was a handspan long and a handspan wide and was doubled over. Yud. They mounted it with 4 rows of gems. Tur oitem piditav, the row of otem, all these different. We said speculation. It's carnelian, an emerald, the topaz, a torsheni, novach, sabrialim, red garnet, sapphire, diamond. Yud Beis 12 of Torah Shlishi, the 3rd row. Leshem Shvei Bachlama. Yud Gimel Vator Avi Tar Shasham Yashvei. 4th row was Tar Shasham and Yashvei. Musabois Mishpasei Tzav Min Sam, surrounded by gold casings in their settings. Yudal Va'avonim Al Shmei Yisrael Heina. The stones were inscribed with the names of Israel's sons. Shtemes Al Shmei 12 by name. Pitu Chaysam Ishal Shmai etched in signet ring, engraving each by name, the Shnei Masashar of all 12 tribes. Tesvav, page 38. They made from the breastplate pure gold braid chains. Zav Tor, pure gold. Tezayin, verse 16. They made 2 gold settings and 2 gold rings. And they attached the 2 rings to the 2. I'll shake to the 2 upper ends of the breastplate.
Yeah.
And Yudzayin. They joined the 2 gold braids to the 2 rings. That ends the breastplate. And the 2 ends of the 2 braids, they attached on the 2 settings. And they gave them on the shoulder straps of the ephod. Yotes. They made 2 gold rings. And they placed them on the 2 lower ends of the breastplate. Asfasai on its inner edge. Facing the ephod. They made 2 gold rings, and they gave them on the 2 on the outer side of the lower end of the shoulder straps, outer side. Umas machbarta, next to where the belt joined the ephod. Where the shoulder straps join the ephod. Right above the belt, right above the belt. They connected they fastened the chosh in the breastplate by its rings, al tabis ephod, to the rings of the ephod, by turquoise wool, to be resting on the belt, look above the belt of the ephod, and the breastplate would no longer be dislodged from it. Kasher Tiva Shem's Moshe as Hashem commanded Moshe.